So this is a battery cage. Today we're going to learn about the parts, every part that makes up a battery cage. Of course, this line has 13 sets of these cages. This is where one set starts from. You see this rod here, this iron here, that's where one set starts from, and it ends here. Today we're learning about every part that makes up a battery cage. Let's get into it. Hello, thank you for stopping by. My name is Modupe. I am a poultry YouTuber based in Lagos, Nigeria. All these things you're going to be seeing are called mesh wire. So they are in different shapes, and these shapes are what forms these parts. So this part you're looking at is the top and back. You see what it looks like? It looks like L shape, or yeah, it looks like L shape or V shape. So this is the top and back, and it is one part of the battery cage. So this is another part here. This part is called the face of the battery cage. This is another very important part. All the parts are actually very important. So we've seen the top and back, and this is the face. So this is another part here. This is the egg roller. I actually thought this one was called the tray because this is where the eggs, this is where they land on. Like I said, don't forget they are all called mesh wire, and they are all fabricated. They had to fabricate them to different designs, different styles to fit a battery cage, to fit what the battery cage will look like. So we've seen three now. We've seen the top and back, we've seen the face, we've seen the egg roller. So this is also still the egg roller. You see the shape, it is bent at the end. So that's where the egg stops when it rolls out. You understand? So this is another part here. This part is called the top. This stays at the head, at the top of the battery cage. It's flat. You see it has a different design. Don't forget, this is the top and back. You see what it looks like on the ground. That at the end there is the egg roller. This is another top and back. This is face again. Let's have this in mind because all these things are very important. This is another part. These are called dividers. That's also another very important part in the battery cage. They are used to separate each cells in the battery cages. So these are pipes. Yeah, they are all water pipes, but they have different purposes. So this, what I'm holding now, is water pipes. They are used to bring water into each unit in the battery cage. Also, we have this one has been cut. They are feeders. This is where their feed will be kept in. See, all these very important. All these parts are actually very, very important in the battery cage. Of course, you've seen what the battery cage look like standing, so you're able to just fit what they look like. So this one are called doors. You remember the face we saw, the part called the face. So this door is actually used to cover each face, each unit of the face. You see this now, they are called binding wires. These binding wires, they're actually one of the very important, not really the most important, but they're all, like I said, they're all very important. But binding wires are what brings everything together. Without binding wires, the battery cage cannot stand. You understand? So again, these are feeders. That's feeders on the floor. So you would know that we are trying to set up a battery cage here. So yeah, these are very important parts also. These are water nipples and cups. So this down here, they are the cups. It is called cups. Then you see this metal, this iron thing at the top, that's called nipples. If you have not subscribed to my channel, you should do that now. So yeah, this is another part. This is the cage stand or cage support. This supports the whole cage and ensure that the cages are standing properly, they're standing upright. So this metal is actually 40 mm. It has to be strong. You have to use something that is strong to support the weight of the cages and the weight of the birds also. Then let's take note of the foot. It is in circular shape, and that's to make sure that it stays well on the ground and it has very firm support. All these are very, very important. This is another part of the battery cage. This the water stand. So yeah, each battery cage would have water buckets. That's how our own system is. So this water stand supports the water buckets as the water bucket will be placed on this stand. And this is what the water buckets, this is what they look like, water buckets or water tank. So the kind of battery cage we have at our farm, we have 3 of these buckets supporting that. They stay on each cage, on each set of cages. Another very important thing here, this is the feeder hanger. So this one, it looks so straight now, but it's going to be manipulated to look like a U shape so that it supports the feeders and it doesn't the feeder doesn't fall off. That's just basic support for the feeders. So this right here are plumbing fittings and feeder covers. So I showed you what the feeder looks like. It's just all straight. So this cover will be placed at each end of the feeder so that the feed in those feeders does not spill out. So everything actually very important. All right, so that's about everything. Remember all the things I mentioned top and back, I mentioned the face, I mentioned the doors, I mentioned feeders, water pipes, the cage stand, the water stand, the bucket, the plumber fittings and all. Yeah, and if you have not subscribed to my channel, now is the time to do so. Please comment, please like, please share, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have learned something today. And I'm sure the next time you see a battery cage, or you visit a farm, or you watch a video about a farm and you see the battery cage, you're able to say, oh, this is that, this is this particular component, and that is that particular component. And at the end of the day, that's what the videos I make, that's what they're about, so that you have an idea and you learn something about the poultry industry. Thank you for watching. So we'll see on another video. Bye.